Hello everybody, back again. Now, as you can see, we're not at the flat today, so I wonder where we are. I don't know if you remember, but a while ago I was fixing up a John Deere tractor for somebody. Well, there was a small clip there of me demonstrating it in a bit of woodland, and that's where we are today. So a little bit of background. This woodland belongs to the house whose tractor I was fixing, and they've asked us to come in here and have a bit of a tidy up in the woodland here, because it hasn't been kept. It's been pretty well abandoned for about 9 years, we reckon, according to them. Now, I'm not going to show you the house because it's up over there for their own privacy, but let me just show you. We've been here a couple of days, so let me show you what we've done so far. To start with, obviously, it's like this. There's just brambles 8 foot high all the way up there, but we have used the mower and we've actually made a little path in here. There's my car away in the background, and we've managed to get in and clear up a little bit just by slowly but surely opening up a path, and a bit wider and a bit wider and a bit wider. Here's madam. Saludali. So let me just have you a quick walk around. I won't go too far because it's a little bit muddy still, but all that greenery down there, all the green grass, is what we've cleared so far. But of course now we've got things like this. There's a big tree here, so I've got to start cutting that up and opening up some more of this land here. But I won't show you the house, but it's quite a project this. It's been, I don't think it's ever been managed, and some of the trees are really big and really overgrown, if you know what I mean. They're very tall and spindly, like these ashes here. I know ash grows tall anyway. These three here, or four, are ashes, so they grow tall anyway. But if you look at something like this, which is this is damson, I believe, it's really tall and spindly because everything has been reaching for the sky to try and get some light. So hopefully over time we're going to start putting some of that right. But this is quite a project. And not only that, it's very, very hard on the mower. Every time we come down here with a little tractor, something breaks on it. So it's back at the workshop, that little garage up there at the moment, and I've got a couple of things to fix on it, so we won't be fixing that today. Today we're just going to try and get, well, today's project is to clear this little area here, because in here, let me just take you over, there is what used to be a load of useful firewood, but now it's very rotted and it's not really any good for anything. So we're just going to burn this and get this area cleared. But it's basically selectively thinning out the trees. As you can see down here, as I say, I won't go too far at the moment. Down here there's an awful lot of trees which have basically, I mean, things like this, that can go. Things like this can go. This is just a silly little thing. Ooh. As you can see, everything's very spindly, not of any value really. So we're going to selectively thin some of these out. Keep the nice big mature trees and selectively thin. But we have neighbours way down in the background there. There's quite a few deer live down there. So I'm not really sure what to do about deer. I don't want to scare them away, obviously. And they quite obviously live there, so I'm not really sure what to do yet. I'm leaving that area for now until I maybe get some advice on maybe leaving a patch for them to live in or something like that. But this ground is much bigger than just down to there, so at some point I think we will have to get down there somewhere. Okay, so come along and see how we get on. It's a little bit damp today, but that wood is so dry and it's burning even from here. I'm maybe 20 feet away and I can feel it really hot here. And it hasn't even really got going yet, that fire. Okay, I'm going to give her a hand with some of those big bits and we'll come back. Oof. Okay, let me go and help her. Okay, one of the other things we did was cut a chunk out of this ivy. So if you do that all the way around, like so, that will in a few months just start dying away, and eventually all this here, the really big bits, they will actually dry up and fall off as well. Okay, well, we are done for today. I didn't record a lot because it wasn't all that good to record actually, but we've taken a tree out over there, we've taken some nasty old branches off, we've tidied up quite a lot of that area. We've also taken two kind of clumps of just bushes basically, one there, one over there, and that one there is to go next, that one there, that one there, and then we're going to cut this big old log up here. It's totally rotted away, it's not good for anything, but that'll give us access into that area now. So we're just going to wait an hour or so till this fire goes down a bit, put all this green stuff back on the top, and we'll be off home. This bonfire is from 3 days ago and there's still a lot of hot embers in there, so she's just tidying that up because we're going to move over to a different spot today. We're pretty well finished here. I'll show you around actually. You might not be able to tell much of a difference, but there was a big log here and all that's gone and all that's cleared now. There was a few scruffy scraps of trees there. That's all gone. There she is. And we're working on this bit today. We're going to finish off this bit, and we've opened up a bit there. In fact, I'll take you around right now and I'll show you what we've done. And then we actually made a path through here a couple of days ago, so I'll just take you through. And we cleared out all that little bit. Now you see, things like this, I don't know if that's worth keeping or not. It doesn't really have a lot of value to it. So this is where we're camping now, because we have cleared all of this area too. Now we can't go any further because there are fallen trees all along the back there. We cut some of these up already. So we're going to start a bonfire somewhere around here. Now if you look here, there's a load of timber in there. That was actually an old shed which has fallen down. There were quite a few buildings here, so I think what we're going to do is see if we can set that on fire, and that'll be the new position of the bonfire. Also, the tractor is suffering a little bit. There's two things. One, it doesn't start very well first time in the morning. I have to give it a little bit of easy start, which you shouldn't really do. And I don't know if you can hear, but the exhaust is really, really loud, because because it backfired one day, and it's actually split the exhaust in half. There's like it's like two halves with a seam around the middle, and the seam has split open. So at some point I'm going to have to take the exhaust off and weld it back together again. So when we stop using the tractor like we are now, I park it well away from us so it's not too noisy, because I don't want to turn it off because it won't start again. Okay, so follow us and see how we get on today. Okay. Yeah, it's difficult to tell, but that actually was a shed at one time. So we're going to start the bonfire because there's nothing around here that can burn, and the only way it can burn is back that way, which is the way I wanted to go anyway. So it's safe having to drag all that out. We're just going to set fire. There's a little hole under there, ideal little hole we could just set fire to, and that'll be our new bonfire for the next few days. As you can see, we're not in our workwear anymore. We had a little problem with the mower. I think a branch has got caught underneath on the deck and it's ripped the cable out of the electric clutch, so the cutter doesn't start up anymore. So that's just a 10-minute job to put that right. But we've come back just to rearrange the fire, which has burned out quite nicely. There she is. And what we actually cleared yesterday was, it's difficult to tell, but all of this whole area here, all of this basically, that's all been cleared. That was already done, this little area, but we didn't actually get the bit done we wanted to, which was that bit there, but we achieved so much yesterday. Yay, she's happy, you see, because we've been home, we've had a bit of a wash up, we've come back.
Diles que yo soy una experta haciendo el fuego.
She says that she's an expert at making fires, and I'll tell you why. Because her mum is, oh, I don't know, I think she's in her 60s, and all they have at home to cook on is a wood fire, and they don't have any electricity, any water, no running water, and no drains. So they live very frugally, if you like, and Madam here has obviously been brought up like that, and she is an expert fire starter.
Yeah.
So she's been building all the fires around here, which is nice.
Diles que yo solo, cuando yo era chiquita, solo decía que no me vaya a tocar un marido que me ponga a cocinar con madera, porque toda mi niñez me tocó cocinar con madera.
She says she's saying all her life she's cooked on open fire, and she wouldn't have a husband that can't start a fire, basically. So there we go, I'm in luck.
Amor, toda mi niñez estoy cocinando con madera. Nunca tuvimos una estufa con gas. Nunca.
Pero todavía no.
Mi mamá, ¿qué le gusta? No, nunca. Hello. Les contaba a mi esposo que cuando yo era niña, toda mi niñez, siempre tuvimos una estufa con madera. Siempre. Y nos tocaba conseguir la madera desde muy lejos para llevar a casa para poder cocinar. Y yo siempre decía cuando era niña, ay Dios mío, que el marido que me toque a mí, que no me ponga a cocinar con madera, porque ya estaba cansada de cocinar con madera. Y también decía, ay Dios mío, que no me ponga a vivir en el campo, porque toda mi niñez fue en el campo, cocinando con madera, y no teníamos tampoco agua. Entonces nos tocaba traer el agua desde muy lejos para cocinar y bañarnos. Y yo decía que no me toque un esposo que me ponga a vivir.
¿Y era luz en casa?
No, nos tocaba con un mecho, con un tarro de leche, donde viene la leche para los niños.
Sí.
Echar petróleo. Ajá. Con un lazo y poner el tarro así, hacer las tareas así.
Ah, she said they didn't have electricity at home, and she had to do her homework at night with like an oil lamp that they'd made from a milk bottle.
Y nos levantamos en la mañana para ir a la escuela. Obviamente no nos bañábamos. Y nos íbamos así en la escuela, se reían de nosotras porque teníamos las narices. Y las orejas del humo.
And she's saying that when they went to school in the morning, they had like black rings round their nose from breathing in the smoke the night before from this oil lamp. Ay, amor.
Pero a mí me gusta meter fuego, me gusta el olor. Pero me gustaría a futuro una estufa con madera, pero moderna. No que yo tenía que salir a buscar al campo la leña, la madera. Y quiero una estufa moderna, que las ollas no se pongan negras como
sí,
yo.
sí, sí.
Porque en casa
Como
todo era
yo.
negro. Todo era negro. Tú te cogías una olla y te untaba los dedos. Todo era negro. Usted no podía coger nada porque todo era negro. Y uno se sentaba y cogía la ropa y ya se la enmugraba. Entonces quiero una estufa donde no se le ponga las ollas negras.
Well, there we are. There's a little insight to her childhood and her upbringing. I will translate it across the bottom for you, okay? There. We achieved quite a lot yesterday, although we didn't actually achieve the bit we wanted to, which was this little copse here. But we did, I mean, this was all back to where I'm standing now, so we have cleared quite a lot in one day. So, there we are. We're going to go home now. We've already been showered and changed and everything, so we're feeling quite relaxed. So, we'll catch up with you again. This will be the end of this episode. And as usual, if you like my stuff, please give us a like. It always helps. And if you really like it, please subscribe, okay? And we'll see you next time here, okay? Bye for now.